Hey there. It is day 278 and the Bible Book Club. I am doing Psalm 35 and 36. Psalm 35 beautifully illustrates the righteous plea for divine intervention and amid tribulation. It serves as a reminder that God is a refuge for those who trust in Him, encouraging us to seek God's justice and maintain our faith during times of adversity. The first couple of verses, David begins by asking God to confront and combat those who fight against him. He seeks divine protection and assurance that God is his salvation. Verses 4 through 10, David prays for God to confound and defeat his enemies, describing their downfall in the vivid detail. Despite the harsh imprecations, he affirms his trust in God's justice and celebrates God's power to deliver the righteous from the wicked. Verses 11 through 16, David laments the false witnesses and unmerited accusations thrown against him. He paints a picture of his goodwill towards his foes and contrasts it with their ill treatment of him. David concludes that a renewed call for God's intervention, expressing his confidence in God's justice and promising to praise God publicly when divine justice is served. Psalms 35 is a heartfelt plea of David to God for deliverance and justice. Confronted by his enemies, David calls upon God to fight for him, expressing his trust in God's power and justice. As we traverse this psalm, we witness David's anguish, faith, and eventual rejoicing in the Lord's intervention. Psalm 36, Section 1, David begins by describing the wicked who have no fear of God and deceive themselves into believing they are not seen by God. Their words are iniquity and deceit. They fail to do good. Section 2, in contrast, David marvels at the unfathomable nature of God's steadfast love, faithfulness, righteousness, and judgment. These are described as higher than the heavens, deeper than the ocean, and as invaluable as precious treasures. He assures us that both humans and animals alike find refuge under God's wings. I did not realize that it was also animals as well. That's pretty cool. In Section 3, David reflects on the blessings of God's house, where people drank from the river of God's delights. He acknowledges God as a source of life and light. David implores God to continue his love and righteousness to those who know him and have upright hearts. Section 4, in the concluding verses, David prays for protection from the proud and the wicked. He ends by noting the downfall of the wicked, who are unable to stand because of their own sins. Psalms 36, penned by David, is a profound reflection on the stark contrast between the depravity of the wicked and the overflowing love and righteousness of God. The song journeys through the sinfulness of man, that righteousness and justice of God, his eternal love and his providential care, providing both a sobering warning and a comforting promise. This was all really good, and I expect that you would go back and you would read it for yourself. Thank you for listening. See you later.